All right, everyone, get ready, because today we're going deep on something pretty big, a partnership that's really shaking things up in the world of business communications.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
We're talking about getting rid of those old desk phones and letting people work from anywhere using their personal mobile devices.
Exactly.
And the two companies making it happen are Tango Networks and Webex.
Two big names in the industry teaming up to change the game, for sure.
For sure. So let's jump right in.
Sounds good.
This partnership is all about Tango Extend integrating with Webex Calling.
Right. And that's a really fascinating development because it basically puts all the power of Webex right there on your phone.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. But I have to admit, I'm not totally up to speed on all the ins and outs of Webex.
Sure.
I know it's great for video conferencing and all that. But what about Webex Calling?
Good question.
Is it just making calls from your computer, or is there more to it?
It's definitely more than that. It's actually Cisco's full-blown cloud-based phone system. Yeah, you can think of it as like a modern alternative to those old landlines.
Okay, that makes sense.
But here's the thing. To connect Webex Calling to regular phone numbers, it needs to use something called the PSTN.
PSTN?
Yeah, it stands for Public Switched Telephone Network.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Basically, it's the old school phone network, and that's where Cloud Connect providers come in.
So those providers make the connection between Webex Calling and the regular phone system.
Exactly. They're the bridge that makes sure those Webex calls can actually reach people with regular phone numbers.
Gotcha. So that's how the calls get through. But where does Tango Networks fit into all of this?
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. Tango Networks has this incredible solution called Tango Extend.
Okay.
And now it's fully integrated with Webex Calling.
Wow.
So picture this. Businesses can now take their Webex calling numbers and extend them directly to their employees' personal mobile phones.
No way. That's amazing.
And they do it all using eSIM technology.
Hold on. So no more separate work phones. Employees can just use their own devices for business calls.
Exactly.
That changes everything.
Mm.
What does this mean for companies that have always provided desk phones or separate work mobiles?
It's a total game changer for sure, especially for companies that rely on Cloud Connect providers for their Webex calling.
Yeah.
Tango Networks is basically giving those providers a way to offer something way more attractive, a mobile-centric experience for their clients, and that's where this certified mobile calling provider thing comes into play.
Oh, yeah. I saw that mentioned in the material.
Right.
What does it even mean to be a certified mobile calling provider?
It's like a seal of approval from Webex.
Okay.
So any provider that's already Webex certified for calling can level up and become a certified mobile calling provider.
And how do they do that?
They partner with Tango Networks and go through a validation process with Webex.
Makes sense.
This basically means they meet certain requirements to guarantee everything works smoothly, and they're providing top-notch service.
So it gives businesses peace of mind knowing your provider is up to speed.
Exactly. They know the provider really understands how to use this technology.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how it all fits together, but now let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
Sure.
Why should businesses be excited about this? What's in it for them?
Well, just from a cost-saving perspective alone, it's huge.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
No more spending money on expensive desk phones or company-issued mobile phones.
That's got to be a relief for a lot of companies.
Absolutely. Employees just use their own device.
I see. So it's not just about saving money, it's about efficiency, too.
Exactly. It's about productivity.
Okay, so people love saving money, but how does this partnership actually make businesses more efficient?
Think about all the people who work on the front lines, like delivery drivers, retail workers, healthcare professionals.
They're always on the go.
Exactly. They're constantly on the move, and now they can stay seamlessly connected using their own mobile phones.
So no more carrying multiple devices or scrambling to stay in touch.
Yeah, exactly. This means better communication, faster response times, and in the end, a more productive workforce. And it's not just about being more efficient in like a local sense.
Oh, what are you in?
This also impacts global reach.
Oh, right. Global reach.
Yeah, Tango Extend works in over 40 countries.
Wow, that's impressive.
So employees can travel all over the world without having to worry about those crazy roaming charges.
Oh, man, tell me about it. I've definitely been there. Those roaming charges can really sneak up on you.
It's a win-win for businesses and their employees, especially those who travel a lot for work.
Totally. So less money spent, more productivity, and happier employees.
Exactly.
It sounds like this is a pretty sweet deal, but I want to dig a little deeper into the tech side of things.
Sure.
You mentioned eSIMs earlier, and I have to admit, I'm not really sure what those are.
Oh, yeah. eSIMs are basically digital SIM cards that are already built into most modern smartphones.
Okay, so it's like a virtual version of those little physical SIM cards.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of having to mess around with those tiny cards, you just scan a QR code and boom, your business line is up and running on your phone.
Wow, that sounds way easier.
Right. It's super convenient, but I know what you're thinking.
What?
What about keeping work and personal stuff separate?
Yeah, that's a big concern for me. I don't want my work calls blowing up my personal phone all the time.
Totally get it. That's a valid concern for a lot of people. But that's where Tango Extend comes in.
Okay, how so?
It creates a separate business identity on your phone.
Oh, interesting. So it's like having two phones in one.
Exactly. Your work and personal communications are kept totally separate.
Okay, that definitely eases my mind a bit. But what about security?
Good question.
Are these eSIMs as secure as regular SIM cards?
Actually, they're generally considered to be even more secure.
Really? Why is that?
Well, with a physical SIM card, there's always the risk of losing it or having it stolen or even someone tampering with it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But an eSIM is embedded in your device, so it's much harder to physically access or mess with. And on top of that, eSIM technology uses really strong encryption and authentication protocols to protect your data and conversations.
So it's like a built-in security feature.
Exactly.
That's good to know. But I do remember reading somewhere that eSIMs are still kind of new.
That's true.
Do all phones have them?
Not all phones support them yet, especially older models.
Okay, so that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, businesses need to think about that if they have employees who are still using older devices.
Got it. But it sounds like eSIMs are becoming the standard pretty quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's say a business decides to go with this Tango Networks and Webex solution.
Okay.
What should they look for when choosing a provider? Is it just about finding the cheapest option?
Not necessarily.
Okay, what else should they consider?
Cost is definitely important, but you also want to make sure the provider really understands both Webex Calling and Tango Extend.
So they need to have expertise in both areas.
Yeah, they should be able to walk you through the whole setup process, provide support, and make sure everything's running smoothly.
It sounds like it's more of a partnership than just a simple transaction.
Exactly. You want someone who can be a trusted advisor and help you get the most out of this technology.
So expertise and support are key. It's not just about the tech itself. It's about the people behind it.
You got it. You want a provider who can customize the solution to fit your business's specific needs and make sure you're getting your money's worth.
That makes sense. What other factors should businesses keep in mind?
Things like global coverage, especially if your company operates in multiple countries.
Right, makes sense.
And don't forget about scalability.
Oh yeah, scalability.
As your business grows, you need to make sure your communication solution can grow with it.
So choose a provider that can handle your future needs.
Exactly.
Okay, that all makes a lot of sense. Global reach, scalability, security. It seems like there's a lot to think about.
There is. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
And this conversation has really highlighted that.
Definitely. Every business is different, and the right provider will take the time to understand your specific needs and create a solution that really works for you.
So it's not about forcing your business to adapt to the technology. It's about making the technology work for you.
Exactly. And that's what makes this partnership between Tango Networks and Webex so exciting.
I agree.
It's not just about selling some new technology. It's about empowering businesses to communicate better and ultimately achieve their goals.
Well said.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed by how technology can be such a powerful tool for businesses of all sizes.
It's pretty amazing. And it's a good reminder that the future of work is mobile, flexible, and more connected than ever.
You know, it's really cool to see how this mobile-first approach is catching on.
Yeah, definitely.
I was looking at the list of certified mobile calling providers, and there were some big names on there already.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You've got Audio Codes, Call Tower, Pure IP, NTT, New Wave Tata Communications.
Wow, those are some major players in the industry.
Absolutely. And the fact that they're jumping on board says a lot about the potential they see in this Tango Networks and Webex solution.
Right. They obviously see the demand for mobile-first solutions, and they're getting ahead of the curve.
Exactly.
It's like they're all saying, hey, we're all in on this mobile-first revolution.
I like that.
It's exciting to see that kind of momentum building, and it's not just about Tango Networks and Webex.
Right.
This partnership is creating a whole ecosystem of innovation.
Yeah, it's a testament to their collaborative approach. They've created a platform that allows other companies to innovate and bring something new to the table.
So it's a win-win for everyone involved.
For sure.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with something to think about.
Sure.
We've talked about how this solution is a game changer for businesses, especially those with a lot of frontline workers.
Yeah.
But what about everyone else? Could this mobile-first approach become the new normal for all types of businesses and employees?
It's a really interesting question. The lines between work and personal life are definitely blurring, and people expect to be able to work from anywhere on any device.
So solutions like this become essential because they give people the flexibility and freedom to work on their own terms.
Right. And still stay connected and productive.
So maybe we'll all be saying goodbye to our desk phones and embracing a mobile-first future.
It could happen.
Could the desk phone go the way of the fax machine?
It's definitely a possibility. One thing's for sure, though, the way we work is changing fast.
No doubt about it.
And this partnership between Tango Networks and Webex is a big part of that change.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty inspired after this conversation.
Me too.
It's amazing to see how technology is evolving to meet the needs of the modern workforce.
Yeah, it's a testament to human ingenuity and our ability to adapt and innovate.
And it makes exploring these topics so fascinating.
Absolutely.
So if you're as intrigued by this partnership as we are, be sure to check out the links in the show notes to learn more about Tango Networks, Webex Calling, and the Certified Mobile Calling Provider Program. There's a whole world of exciting developments happening in mobile unified communications.
Yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
And who knows, maybe the next time we chat, we'll all be joining the conversation from our mobile phones, enjoying the freedom and flexibility this technology provides.
I'd love that.
That's a future I'm definitely excited to be a part of.
Same here.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Tango Networks and Webex. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.